It's pouring rain outside, and I have been thinking a little bit about this recent article I read by Tom Morgan. Tom Morgan is a communications officer for a wealth group, KCP Wealth Group, and he was talking about the acquisition of wisdom, and in particular, relevance realization. This term was actually, I believe it was coined by a man named John Vervaeke. And I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me, but I will quote John. John says, relevance realization is the ability to ignore a vast number of options and focus on a small set of potentially fruitful ones. Basically what that means to me is you're bombarded with a bunch of different options or decisions to make, and you are able to focus with your wisdom on the one that will bring you the most benefit, joy, meaning, positive life. I think in this day and age humanity in general struggles with finding meaning, and that is very sad. And I think part of it is because we're so bombarded with information, and this is something Tom talks about as well. We're so bombarded with information. He actually quotes something. He says, the human today is bombarded with as much information in a single day as a 15th century human would be in their entire lives. So thanks to the internet, we're bombarded with information and ideas and advertisements and all this stuff all day, every day, and our processing power inside of our minds is relatively the same. So how do we sift through all this garbage, all the stuff that isn't necessarily important? How do we tap into our wisdom? Tom talks about how we are generally, in this day and age, very left-minded, logical, rigid thinking, closed-minded, you could say. And he talks about how it's inherently important or crucially important in these times to start shifting to the right side of the brain, the creative, the artistic, the open-minded, because not that we don't need the left-minded, but we could use more of the right-minded side of the brain, the intuitive side of the brain. And this statement struck me. It's one of the reasons that I decided to travel for the past 8 years. He claims that you improve your relevance realization with play. And there are two types of play. There is controlled environment play. An example that Tom gave was in war games. There's an experienced Secret Service operative can intuitively know where there's a hidden bomb planted. And it's because the military has trained these people and put them in the opposite side of things. So they've put them in the opposing side and forced to, okay, I'll place a bomb here quickly. So they have this, safe area to practice and play and think about how the other side is operating. Long-winded. There is also, in uncontrolled environments, another way to play. And this is best done with a guide, with a mentor of some sort, somebody who has been there before with experience. So some markers of your intuition in action, something that I've acquired along the way and something that I'm still developing, is people talk about this sometimes, but you get a sense, this just grabbed my attention, this person just grabbed my attention, this activity just grabbed my attention, this thing just grabbed my attention. Why did it grab my attention? And it's very important, no matter what your logical mind says to do, to at least pursue that sense, that thing that is calling to you, because that could be a signal from your heart, from your intuitive side, saying, hey, there's something there you need to think about. Why don't you go dig into that and have a good look? Now, we all need to work. We all need to make money. We all need to, live the trudge of modernity. But at the same time, it's beneficial for everybody to fully live with their heart, their intuition, their right side of their brain guiding them as well. if you look at the world and some of the natural, you know, the disasters that are happening, it's because of, you know, left-sided thinking. You don't see Buddhist monks, for example, destroying the earth, at least not as quickly as, man, I won't go into it. What I'm really trying to say is that following the heart is extremely important, and by practicing through attention, through play, by finding somebody who can guide you, or by playing and messing around in play, which is a very difficult thing to think about in life. Where in life do you have a controlled environment where you can play, where you have time and space to play? What if you considered life itself playful? What if you considered your daily interactions as playful? And in life, if you took life a little less seriously and you were just playing and hopping around and looking around and picking out symbols and signs and just following the randomness of life, what if you completely threw aside all logical thinking and did stupid things that felt right? What would happen? It's a very curious thing, because we don't give ourselves the opportunity to do that. We are stressed. We need to eat. We need to make things happen. But man, there's this other world out there that you can just go and fuck around, as they say. Just go fuck around. Go fuck around and find out. That being said, I really recommend reading this article and clicking on all the links. He's got lots of links in this article. I'll post a link in the description here. And I am curious, this is my first video talking about something that I've read and think about, and I am curious if you want to hear more of them. You should like, I'm a should'er, you should like, you should subscribe, and you should click the little bell thing that makes all my videos come up whenever I post them on your YouTube feed. Very important, very important. Click the little belly. And most importantly, thank you for watching.